Sony has gotten too big for itself. They have made a lot of money in this space, and the competition is pretty much being left behind. Nintendo is not looked at as competition, and Xbox is somewhere in the woods trying to find the forest. I don't know what they're doing, but at the end of the day, hey, Sony is what it is, and I think I know the reason why they're pretty much saying they're going to drop physical games based on these two articles that I'm going to talk to you guys about. And also, it looks like it's going to be a take it or leave it proposal. So it is what it is for us gamers. Either you take it the way it is or you leave it, and maybe they'll turn things around. But I'm going to address both of these articles, starting with the first one when it comes to them selling 95.3 million units. How do you sell 95.3 million units? Like a third of a unit was sold? I don't get it. But nevertheless, they sold out, I'll say 95 million units of PS5s, and they also have a 37% operating income. It was up 37% year on year at 54.1 billion yen. Some of that was to the refunds of U.S. tariffs, but nevertheless, they're making a lot of money right now. Their PlayStation monthly active users were 125 million in June. That's up 2% year over year, but I think that's still slightly down a little bit. But nevertheless, they're booming right now. They're doing a very good job of making money, and we gamers just flood in and just continue to feed the beast. Also, when you look at the sales of gaming networks services, they basically made year on year 937.1 billion yen. They're making a lot of money. But with that being said, I want to talk about the other article that I wanted to address when it comes to the CFO Lin Tao, where she's saying that they don't worry about dropping these physical games. They feel like they're in a good space, and like I said, it's more of a take it or leave it situation, to where like, hey, this is how they're rolling, and it's up to you. You want to continue to feed the beast, that is fine. So let's get into this a little bit more. This article basically says that, hey, looking into the future, they expect more games like Marvel Wolverine, Tokon, God of War, MLB The Show 26. They want these games, they feel like these games are going to continue to flourish with this entire mechanism that they got. They do feel like, when it comes to their platform, they feel like they're going to be the place to be. They're not too much worried about PC. They feel like they're a little bit different from PC, even though they're going all digital because of their IPs, which I kind of understand that, because if you got games that you can't play nowhere else but this place, they're going to continue to just move on and do what they have to do to continue to push those first party titles. It's one of the reasons why they took a lot of those games off of PC, or they said they're not going to put them on PC. So she also said that she feel like in the West, the games packages already includes codes instead of disc, so they feel like the retailers have different characteristics with regional partners, and they're going to try to go through this whole situation where the disc with the code, not the disc, but the cases with the codes in them, is going to have the profound effect of everybody wins. It's basically a win-win situation, to where it is basically, we guys who like the physical games are still going to come out and support based on the, cases with the disc, with the digital codes in them. That's basically what they feel like, and they feel like the digital sales are so dominant, it's going to be a way to where they're going to be fine. They don't feel like this is going to hurt their business. This is why I say I feel like they've gotten too big for themselves, to the point where they're going to continue to push what they're doing. Like, she also said that she does understand that that people who want to have physical games, and the people are very emotional about it, and she really understands that people have fond memories, and she wants to continue to explore and how to engage with those gamers in a future digital ecosystem. Now, this is where I would say that that's going to be kind of difficult. It's nothing like going to a store, picking up games and having fun with those games, bringing them home and having those games physical in your library. I have them in my library and I really enjoy it. But I also understand the convenience of digital. That's why I have no problem buying games whenever, wherever they are. But if I do feel like there's an attachment to a digital game, I will go out and try to buy that physical just to have it in my collection. per se, let's say 007 First Light. I got that game on Steam. I bought it on Steam and I love that game, but I love it so much I'm thinking about going to go out and buy that physical and play it again on my PlayStation 5. So this is what this at the end of the day, this is where I really feel how everything should be at this point. You have to make a decision as a gamer. You have to make a decision if you're going to support this or not. I don't know how the masses feel about this, but I'm kind of leaning towards that they're going to basically just say, hey, I'm going to jump into this and I'm not worried about the digital situation. I want to play these games. I'm just going to buy the console and so be it. It doesn't matter if the console's $1,000 or more. I'm going to do that. That's how a lot of gamers are. Then you have some, I would hope that you have enough to say, hey, I'm standing on business. I don't want nothing to do with the PS6 and, I'm good and I'm ready to move on with just playing the games I have now. And for me, I already said I'm on board with the all digital thing. I've been collecting physical games for over 20 something years. And I do have some type of fatigue as far as trying to collect for the next console. And I'm on the bandwagon to say, like, you know what? I had no I had no type of inkling to actually collect for the PS6, so I'm not really worrying about it. I had no inkling to collect for the Xbox Project Helix if they come out with this. I never had any, inkling to collect for those. I'm just going to continue to pick up physical games for the consoles I have at this moment. So I'm going to be buying some more PS5 games, some more PS4 games, some Xbox 360 games, even some Xbox One games, and all the other consoles I have as well. So that's where I am with it. But at the end of the day, as a gamer, and this is your hobby, you're at a crossroads right now. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit here and say, hey, I'm going to stand on business, or are you just going to go and roll with the punches and pick up this console and keep it moving? If you want my opinion personally, I would try my best to try to pick up every single game that I want for the consoles that are out right now and just enjoy them. Because if the all digital thing isn't for you, don't even worry about trying to buy those games. For me, I'll be a hypocrite to say that they're not, because I buy games on Steam, I buy games on other platforms, I buy games on Nintendo, I buy digital games for my son. We do all of these things together, so I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I'm just going to stop. I'm just not. But I will say this: if it's not for me, I have no problem just walking away from the situation. But I do want a PS6. I'm not going to sit here and just say like, no, I'm not cool with it. Even though I don't like all digital consoles, I really don't. But I do want to see what the PS6 is hitting on. And if it works out for me, great. If not, I'm pretty sure my son will like it and he will play it. And with him, it doesn't really matter to him. He just want to play a game. So, and that's just the way it goes. So, but at the end of the day, Sony is out there, man, and they're the top dogs in the gaming space when it comes to consoles. They feel like they are different from PC regardless of the all digital situation, and they're going to continue to move forward. And it's up to you to feel like, hey, this is something that I think that'll work out for us. So, or it'll work out for you. So this is something you may want to think about. So at the end of the day, you got to figure it out. What are you going to do? For me, I already gave you my answer, and hopefully you guys let me know in the comment section if you are interested in letting me know your feedback. I really would appreciate it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.